Hi, Pua here. Today I'm going to show you how to create an intro and outro video for your YouTube videos, online courses, anything that you use a video for free without needing any design experience at all. Let's go. Hi guys, today we're going to learn how to create an intro outro using Keynote and iMovie. So I just wanted to show you how we created our intro and outro for our YouTube channel. It looks like we have some really cool special effects, but really these are Keynote slide animations. So you don't need to have any video editing knowledge. You don't need to know how to use anything like Final Cut Pro or any of the Adobe software to be able to do this. So this is super DIY, super low tech, and it actually comes out looking pretty cool. And there are some really, really cool features that you guys can start to play with in here. So this is the actual Keynote file that we used to create our intro. And basically this is kind of so our intro is over a black background. So this is our actual intro slide, but it's easier to show you all the different things on a white slide. So maybe I will just start with a totally fresh slide. So our branding for our business is actually, thankfully, it's quite simple. It's all caps. So Boss Up is, in this case, it's in a Montserrat bold. So we're going to go ahead and Montserrat that. We can increase the size. Let's try 200. How come that didn't work? Oh gosh. All right. And of course that didn't stay for some reason. Perfect. So for us, and this is actually a cool thing about Keynote. In things like Canva or even just your basic word processor, you don't have a ton of options in terms of the style of your font. But in Keynote, it's pretty awesome. You have everything from these extra light, italic, light, and it actually gets thicker and thicker and thicker. So we're going to go with this extra bold just to really make these pop. So the Boss Up is done. And I'll tell you why we're doing this as a text box instead of as an image. So we didn't actually use our Canva image of our logo. We're actually typing these out, and here's why. Academy. Let's make this one bigger as well. We're going to Montserrat this guy. Okay, and then we're going to go with, let's see, is it medium? No, I think we went with light. There it is. Okay, so that's the gist. These our kind of underline and this caret, that's actually from Canva, and they're just graphics with transparent backgrounds that we've grouped together here. So we'll just pop those in. Now let's start the animation. So you want to select the first element and you'll go up here to animate and build in an effect. So, I mean, this can be, anything really. There's just like tons of crazy stuff in here. Preview them all, see which one is exciting to you. My favorites are down here in the special effects. These are like really cool. And at some point, I would love to build this one in. That's kind of my favorite, but we don't use it right now. So we do have like a lens flare, I think, for one of them. I actually think, so our intro is this trace. So we have that for both Boss Up and the Academy elements. And then this one, I really did want to, it already built it in. So because I copied it from the other slide. So it is a lens flare. Okay. So if we watch this whole thing through, it'll look very much like our intro. Oops. Let's see. Why didn't that work? None of this stayed. Why is that? Okay. Let's try this again. Make that. So if for some reason these aren't happening in the right order, so this should come up first, then Boss Up first, then Academy, then the red elements, you can change the order of that right here. So that should be 2, yep, and this should be 3. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Perfect. Boom. Awesome. So that's really all we need to do in here. So the way we're going to get that into iMovie is we'll come to File, Export to Movie. And we want this to be self-playing so that you don't have to trigger the transitions. And right now this is slide 8. So if we were going to use this, we can export just that one slide as a movie. I'll just bump those down to 0 just because. Increase the resolution and hit next. Then you get to decide where this is saved. So I'm going to save this as a test on our desktop and then export it. Okay. So now we can go into our iMovie, and I'm just going to pop this in at the end here because we are currently editing things and I don't necessarily want to get out of this. All right, so we're going to go back to our desktop and grab this test and drag it right there. So now we've got that sweet intro. And you guys can check out what we've done. It's essentially the exact same thing here. It's just on a black background and we put music behind it. But same exact concept, and that's how we start. And the same thing with our outro. So I can show you how we did that real fast. Let's see. We can go back here to Keynote. So basically, it's the exact same concept. For the Follow Us, we used the typewriter so that things come up one at a time. We use the same thing for our Boss Up Media at the bottom. And then for the social icons, looks like we used an animation called Scale Big. Boom, right there. Same thing, we exported it into a movie, brought it into iMovie, and then in order to get the typing sounds, you can just come on up to Audio. Go ahead and stop this. And you can just search for different so make sure you are in sound effects. And there you go. That's how we got the typewriter effect. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to see what you create. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any new episodes. And we'll talk to you guys soon.